How you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. We had hoped to get outside today, but it's very windy. So we're going to stay inside and maybe tomorrow get outside if it's not too windy. What we are going to do is, I think you've probably seen this show in one of its many forms, Family Feud, and the phrase that they always used is survey says. Well, we got a survey. I did a survey, my first one, and it was just kind of I thought it was just going to be kind of a test to see if I can, get it set up right and I can get people to respond. Well, I was overwhelmed by the response, and I really appreciate the people that took the time to do the survey. I've gotten some good information. Of course, surveys are one of those things where you get information and then you struggle with how to interpret the information. And it's also very dependent on how you word the survey will give you different results. And of course, politicians are very good at doing surveys and kind of setting them up, so to speak. But anyway, let's go to the results of my first survey. And of course, this is a survey of my YouTube channel. And over here we have the results. We have gotten, it's been about a week, and we've gotten 72 responses out of 180 views of that show. And of course, the views numbers that YouTube gives you sometimes are inaccurate. But it's approximately right. So we got, somewhere close to almost 50% of the people that viewed the video about the survey actually went and did the survey. To me, I am overwhelmed. I thought I'd be doing good if I got 10 responses. But we got 72 responses in about a week, and of course it's still going on. And here is the preliminary result, and I'll try to read something into these results. I could be reading it wrong, but here we go. So the first question was, how did you find my YouTube channel? And again, I didn't do a perfect job of wording some of these questions, but this one, it was multiple choice, and most people, 79% of the people, said they found my channel by searching for information about a particular shortwave radio or scanner or something else in that area. And what's surprising was nobody found my channel from a post on G+. Now, I have some contradicting information about that, so yeah, we have to treat that with a grain of salt. Plus, nobody said they found it via a Facebook post. There are now, I call them users group on Facebook, where it's a group of people on Facebook that they only talk about one particular subject, like shortwave radio or scanners or whatever. And those groups, the number of groups is growing and growing. So I'm going to get more involved in that. Another one was I also post a tweet on Twitter for most of my videos, and nobody's come to my channel from there. And then 14% came from other YouTube channels where somebody has mentioned my channel on their channel, and therefore the people go and see what my channel's all about, and that's how they find me. Okay, so that's the results of that question. Now, one other thing I want to point out, you can see there were 5 people that said they found my channel other ways. Now, the way this survey works is the other option has a little box, and you can type in text to explain what you mean by other. So if you didn't realize that, which most of you probably did, then that's one way of actually conveying text to me via the survey. Okay, the next one is, which of my shows do you like or watch? Excuse me. And I believe this one was a, you can pick any of the below. So check any of the below. And I got 53% say they watch all my shows. Thank you very much. And only watch those of a particular interest. That was 39%. And only watch those that were posted elsewhere. Again, this kind of conveys back to I'm not doing a very good job here of my postings. And the last category was only those found during a search that was one person. Then I had 5 others. Again, if you can type in something and kind of tell me what you mean by others. And maybe it's just a category I left out. Okay, next one. What do you think about my shows? And number 1 was they provide useful technical information. That was 78%. Thank you. And the next one was they are laid back and down to earth information that I can understand. 88%. And again, this one you could check all that apply, I believe. So you could check multiple boxes. And the next one was they are funny. I got 42% on that one. And the last one was they are good to watch when there's nothing else available. Got 10 responses on that one. Okay. Now, the next one is, are you a subscriber of my channel? And I was not surprised to see this. 92% yes, which I appreciate people who subscribe. And then 6% said no, they're not subscribers, and I don't know exactly why, but they're not subscribers. Okay, now this one here was very interesting, is where do you live? And I said approximately. I don't want any to give away any details. Oops, I got to use this little bar over here so we can see there's a lot of people from the United States, from Canada, Puerto Rico, another Canada, Australia, Ireland, Florida, Switzerland, another Canada. And man, they're just all over the globe. So I appreciate you providing that information, and I appreciate you subscribing to my show. There's one from Germany. And that kind of gives me a clue why I'm getting comments early in the morning, because it's late in the afternoon over in Europe. So that makes more sense. Anyway, thanks for that information. Okay, the next question on the survey was, what are you interested in learning about? Again, now this one, okay, now I see this is the first one that was check all that apply. These other ones up there were not. Okay, so this one you could make multiple replies. And what you're interested in, shortwave radios, 94%. And that's mainly what my channel is about. Scanner radios, 53%. I've kind of slacked off on my shows about scanner radios. I haven't gotten many new scanner radios, and so those shows are kind of far and few in between lately. Antennas, 88%. Now this is really an open area. Antennas, and everybody's interested in antennas, and everybody has their opinion about antennas. Books about radios and etc. I got 42% response on that. I was good because that's good because I thought my book reviews were not going over too good, but I'm glad to hear 30 people enjoy my book reviews. 43 people like my review of web pages related to radios and shortwave and antennas and stuff like that. 62 people like me to review tools for shortwave listeners, hams, and scanner listeners. And then I had another 7 people that said other, and not sure what they were interested in. Have you used my Amazon store? Well, this was a little depressing, but not not surprising. Yes, it was not. Um, yeah, not surprising. Um, 10 people said yes, and 53 said no. And this is a little sad. 3 people said never heard of it. And then I had 6 others. I wish the 6 others would have filled in that little block there and told me what the other meant. Okay. The next one, would you like to be on my show? Now, this was very surprising. I had 16 people say yes and 51 say no. So, unfortunately, this is where I fell short. I should have had a block because the one thing about the responses, I don't know well, I do know where somewhat because I had that one question of where, but I don't know who made the response. So I don't know who these 16 people are. So if you're one of those 16 people and you want to be on my show, please send me an email at trrs73@gmail.com and we'll discuss putting you on my show. I want to have people on my show. I think that's a great idea. Anyway, moving on. I have attempted a couple of hangouts on here. Are you interested in seeing more? I got 55 people who said yes, 17 had said no. So it does look like you're interested on hangouts on the air. And then the next question, that leads into the next question. If I do hangouts on the air, what things would you like to see? And I gave you options of live scanning on the bands. I got 26% said yes. Question and answer session. That was the highest percentage. That was 44%. And just an open forum, that was 13%. And then I had 17% say other. I don't know what their other was. And then here's just a graph of the responses. So again, I was really elated about the responses. I plan on doing another questionnaire, and I have one question for you. Should I, when I do another questionnaire, should I start with this questionnaire and just add new questions to it, or should I make it just a complete different questionnaire? So I'd like to get your opinion on that. So please leave me a comment on whether I should do a new one or add to the old one. Now, getting back to where is the question? Oh, how did you find my YouTube channel? Now, YouTube, in coordination with Google, has a whole bunch of analytical stuff you can look at on your YouTube videos. If you have a YouTube channel, they give you lots of data in all different forms. And one of the pieces of data they will give you is how people found your channel. And one of the categories is they found it posted on some other venue, such as Facebook, Google+, whatever. Anyway, I looked up that, and I looked it up for the past 90 days, and these are the stats. Facebook, 39% of the people found my YouTube channel via Facebook. In other words, they were in Facebook. I had posted something. I had posted a video that says, this is my latest video about so-and-so, and they clicked on that video, which took them to YouTube. So 39% had done that. So that said, my Facebook postings are working. The next one was Google+. I got 32% people were in Google+. They saw my posting about a video and they came to my YouTube channel. Doesn't mean they subscribed. It just means they came and watched that video. And then 10% came from Twitter, a Twitter posting I did. And then there was 5 or 6 other venues that of lesser percentage that they came from. So to me, that implies that my Facebook, Google+, and Twitter postings are bringing you to my channel, which I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so that was another piece of information. So, some new questions I'm thinking about adding to another survey or adding on to this survey is, would you like to see more shows about emergency equipment? Now that's being emergency radios, like I just did a review on the Degen DE13, flashlights, batteries, and other power devices. So I'm going to add that question to the survey. The next thing I'm going to add is ask you directly, instead of using the Google statistics, you ask you directly, um, or more precisely, how, if you're sharing videos and how you're sharing them. What venue are you using to share them? Using Google Plus, Twitter, whatever. And so now I'm going to ask, if you have any other things that you want me to put in the survey, please let me know. Please, you can send me an email to trrs73@gmail.com, or you can just leave a comment to this video. So that's where we are on the survey, and I thank everybody that filled out the survey, and I hope to do more. I was amazed how much response I got and how well it came out. So that's the show for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.